Hello everybody. We're doing a special Thursday stream because new Graveyard Keeper stuff. So yeah, we are doing that. And this is what I got. Thanks you for purchasing Game of Crone DLC. We hope you enjoy your new story in your refugee camp. Additional content will become available when you wake up and meet an unexpected guest in your house. Not just around your house, but physically in your house. Okay, that has lightened a little bit, so we're gonna try a thing. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't lightening up for this, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, so, we got the Game of Crone, which is the newest DLC. It's only been out for like 3 days. Apparently they did a hotfix for it. I don't remember us sleeping, and I don't know if you have to finish the original 2 stories for that. Apparently not, because that was not there. That was not there to begin with. Oh, it's not a person, it's just Halloween. Okay, we're good. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, we've got everything lined up that we want to do. If we add wheat, it'll add 2 on there, and we're each here. I thought that was something spooky. It's not. It's spooky because I thought it was an actual person. But it's not, it's just fine. Nothing to see here. 2, 1. Start making 2 and 2 with the hops. Okay. No, known NPCs, help Snake with the ritual, Reese 20. Dig up ancient shackles somewhere between the graveyard and the... Okay. It says I can do that one, and we're going in... Going into Merchants, which is Bull's Day. Forgot that we had 2 bells up there now. Sorry. Shackles? Okay, so the lagging, stuttering is new. I feel like we have shackles. I do. I dug up the shackles before I got everything. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Oh no, I need the ancient amulet. That's why I have. Ancient amulet comes from... "24 roof tiles and 4 curtains." Okay. From the lighthouse keeper. Okay, it says I can do 2 of these. Because we dug out the shackles, we left them in there because that keep them. If I'm ahead, you can't do them out of order, otherwise you create the apocalypse. And we don't probably want that, even though apparently it's already happened. That's fine. I just sneak it? I think I sneak it. I gotta get roof tiles and drapes. Apparently I can make those? Okay, so... Oh, watchdogs. No. I need to make roof... 12 ceramic bowls, 12 roof tiles, strength. I am furnace rank 3. I can make those. Cool. So, do I need? 24. So I need 24 bowl. Don't I have some? 22. I've got 18. 18, 21. Okay, and then 4 curtains. These curtains, I see curtains. Church workbench. So I need 4 silk, 4 white paint, and 8 acceleration powder. Anyway, I have the acceleration powders. These are the raw materials. Halfways are finished. Let's see. Run. Over. But after we check on the acceleration powder and if I have any white paint. Like, no white paint, but we do have oil. Section. We use so check. Oh, it's bluish. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't. I'm surprised by that. From hemp or honey? Pretty sure we've got a lot of hemp. Eight. One extra. Double? Yes, it was double. Black paint. Need 4 white paint. Paint. White paint you can make with alcohol and slowing, electric powder, and water. So, know that one. White powder and oil. Powder from Holmes. I don't know why, but that sound makes me think of mac and cheese. so more of those. I think this was from Electric. Let's see, since I have extra alcohol. Beeswax in the hand mixer. My memory is bad enough, I remember that. A hall? Phasmophobia. I only realized afterwards that they were playing Phasmophobia, so it didn't do me any good. Let's see. Okay, so we have 4 of those, we have 8 of those. Extras up. I was looking at death powder. I'm blind as hell. Oh well. Not you. Alright. One of those, and milk. One silver. So the next time merchant comes around is the next time we need that. While we're down here, we're gonna go check on Bone? Stabbity? Bone Stab? Whatever the hell his name is. Crucified skeletons are the pumpkins. No. So we already did these. Got the blood. Okay. Got what we can. No. Post this up so that I can find it. Blood fountain. Alright, so polishing paste and stone repair kit. Brains for that. We'll just leave this one up for he needs anything, which I highly doubt he does. Nothing from him. It's good. Pick all of our wine up off the floor. Got about a week before it shows up. Product. Stairs, ingredients. And now we slip and see if the creepy thing shows up. Especially since it's going to be nighttime on Peen Day, going into Peen Day. Oh. Holy smokes, who are you? Thief! I think. No, I'm not a thief. But are you sure you're not a thief? Have you ever been to prison? Yes, we escaped from prison 3 days ago. Wow. A real repeat offender. Cool. Here, Keeper. I couldn't possibly be a thief. I'm a Marquise. Well, I've heard of contract killers nicknamed Baron, Viscount, and Countess. Listen to me, please. I, the Marquise Theodoro Jr. Theodore, along with my friends, were sentenced by the Inquisitor to the fire, but we are not heretics. This is just someone's vile slander. So we escaped the prison. Alas, not everyone managed to get out of town. Those who survived set a camp nearby. I'm forced to come to you, Keeper. We desperately need your help. I know that look. Yes, we're ready to pay you. Money makes the world go round. Show me your camp and let's talk details. Our servants secretly delivered us from some items, food for them. But we need much more to survive, and we have somewhere to go. Then why don't you hunt, gather mushrooms, berries, grow vegetables? You're right, but understand our situation, please. We all belong to the aristocracy. We have neither experience nor skills for living in such conditions. We know philosophy, etiquette, rhetoric. Can you help us with food and drink? On the other hand, please rest assured we have more than enough to pay for your services. Uh-huh. Food and drink? That doesn't sound complicated. Okay, get the money ready. Great, that's just one more thing you should know. The Inquisition is looking. Which means if you tell anyone about us, we'll all die by torture. Sure, it's top secret. And the more thing, one of my friends desired to meet you, Master Ulrich, a former Inquisitor who helped us escape. Graveyard Keeper, what an honor to meet you. It's a pleasure for me to... but... Speak louder, his hearing is quite poor. But I haven't done anything yet to... Much louder, he's almost deaf. To deserve such a respect. You do, and you will do. Theodore, could you let us talk privately? Of course, Master Ulrich. Your grim secrets, thank God, are not my business. But if we yell, they're going to be our business. And now, what do you know of the role you've been chosen to play? Ari? What did Ancient God tell you when he brought you here? He's looking straight through me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I have no idea what you're talking about. I bury corpses, conduct sermons, trade human flesh. That's all. Don't lie to me, Keeper. I know more than you can possibly imagine. And what's the point of interrogating me, Master Ulrich? I see. Forget my questions. Please just leave me in peace. No problem. Have a good day, Master Ulrich. This guy sure can use a hearing aid. I don't think he's deaf. I think he's... Don't pay him any heed. Ulrich is just selfish and man. Like the other Inquisitors. You said he rescued you, Marquise. Isn't that a reason to be grateful? Perhaps, but there are many, many more reasons not to be grateful. It's true. Happiness, free space. Morning I spoke with the former servant of my father. He spoke to the Inquisitor's repressions. People are falling into panic. Nobody knows who they'll come for next. The atmosphere of fear is growing and growing. Have they thought about the possibility of leaving town? They're too frightened. They pay huge bribes in exchange for promises of safety. Safety only lasts a short while. But no, generally speaking, there's nowhere to escape around here except our camp. Can't you accept new refugees? I'd like to help these people, I really would, but our camp is so small. Well, I could build an additional tent. It would be great. And it also means we need a well. Otherwise the people will start suffering from thirst. It's purple. Purple. We were high society. Why did the king not protect us? My servants brought me my collection of toothpicks. Nice. What did you get? Am I? Okay. I'm north. I didn't go very far. I'll be honest, I do not remember where I get electrocute, but I don't really need them right second, so fine. Right, so I woke up in the middle of the night and had something weird in my face. Awesome. Okay, polishing paste and stone. Polishing paste. Break me off a piece of that polishing paste. I think. Yep. Oil and a ceramic bowl. I need clay for that. I need 5 paste. Okay, so 5 bowls, 5 oil, 5 sand, which we have the sand, we just need to squeeze some oil out of some hemp seeds. Yeah, something's... The update is causing a bit of a lag every now and then. Got some air. Cool. Hemp seed. I don't remember how many makes oil, so we're gonna take 10 to get a shot over that. Alright, so we're on the right track. Clay for that. And we'll make the 5 clay. Caduceus clay! Finally caught up on that. Finally. 100% caught up. I get 3 bowls per. Let's check that. Finally 100% caught up on Critical Role. It took forever. It was a thing I thought would never happen. I was transporting downstairs. Go to the people. There. Oil. Okay, so it only takes 8. Or it takes 4 per. I don't anymore. Ben's playing Phasmophobia. Damn, so close. Down. Raw material now. Materials. Should be on track. Check. Yes. Right, double track for what? Yeah. Right. 5. So, grab the last of that, put those up, and probably just slip at this point. Finish ingredients. Raw and I meant to get more water for 5 barrels. It's 100. Barrels. I wish I could. Before we forget though, I'm gonna actually materials like in their socket and build them up. Actually, I could probably put energy and build them up now. And then we'll go take a slap. Can we make 2 of these? Okay, I didn't read the top part underneath where it says there are 2 special spots for this in the sacrifice zone. I just looked at the materials and went. So we'll make a second one later. We'll work on the second one on. I don't think I can have a cooked zombie. I should probably check to see if I can't have a cooked zombie. Another dude. What a fine place. Let's just make a trade. My smithy for your house, the church, and the graveyard. That's an incredible, generous offer, Cresvold, but I'm afraid. Haha, he thought I was being serious. I'm not such a complete idiot that I'd want to live and work in this dump. Yeah, you're so polite. Almost like farmer. Are you brothers by chance? I'll tell you a secret. I was a smith before his ancestors even. Now you're coming with me. Am I under arrest? There's an emergency in the village. Broderick is gathering all villagers in the tavern. I'm not a villager. There are vampires in the village, keeper, and we expect the first fatalities are just around the corner. Broderick has requested a specialist in the dead. Now go. We're late. Remember, it's your fault. I mean, you could have just told me what was happening. Rose, thank you. We all feel your pain. We are all suffering. Boring. Thank you. That was the third and final of the vampire's victims for today. But any one of us could be the next to meet him. Chain, the farmer's son, Rose, it's only just the beginning. Villagers, I await your suggestions. Not all at once now, please. Corey, your suggestion first. My suggestion. Ah, yes, of course. People hear my words. 1 week only, Corey and brother will be available to fix your porch. For a 15% discount. And as a free gift, you'll get a special wooden platypus from Tress. No, that's my favorite toy. Business is business, brother. Okay, Adam, let's hear your suggestion. My suggestion is to assign 2 bodyguards to each villager. A week ago, a brand of ghouls wrote some offensive slander on my wall. Adam, it was the village teenagers. I even helped them a bit with the grammar. Besides, ghouls don't exist. Oh dear, Logger, your suggestion? My suggestion is for everyone to stop eating dead animals. It's only natural that you'd eat up seeing vampires and other nonsense. Fresh roots and braised leaves, the secrets to the healthy body and spirit. What? To turn down candied chicken leg marinade? Never. Beekeeper, please don't spit on the floor. There's something you'd like to add? Yes, there is. You people, are you crazy? You're all full of rubbish. It's all becoming clear. It's the vile doings of my sworn enemy, Hornet Man! But fear not my arm of carnivorous bees. My arm? Soon, very soon, I will release them upon the village. That would be most kind of you. Are there any other suggestions? Great, the meeting is adjourned. You are all free to go. Great. Could you spare a moment? Got to. Listen, may I ask you to look into all of this? It's pretty unexpected, but I appreciate that you confide in me. Frankly speaking, I wouldn't exactly say that I confide in you, but if I asked some villager, I'd have to give him a huge tax write-off in addition to their reward. Though it would only make sense to ask someone outside the village, wouldn't you say? Yep, absolutely. On the other hand, you're such a kind and understanding guy. Perhaps you'd agree to help us for free. Or a fee. I'd hope for a little compassion in the time of our misfortune. Very well. If I died out there, none of you would know. What a greedy rascal. Very well, let's go home and... Purple. We were going to make some more old. Need two more. What is this? It's time to pay for your crimes, you foul creature. Defend yourself. Shepherd, are you talking to me? Do you, you vile vampire, prepare to die in the name of my wife and all the other innocents? That's kind of funny. You really think I go around at night sucking people's blood? How come I'm always out in the sun working? That proves nothing. You could be a vampire mutant. There's only one way to check. Ooh, eat that. What, raw garlic? Aha! He refuses. The fiend gives himself away. Ah, crap. Ah, satisfied? Like my old teacher from the Order of Undead Hunters used to say, more! Why? Oh man, my breath is gonna be able to kill. I hate you. However, if you are a mutant, you might be resistant to garlic. Eureka! I know what we must do. Take this wooden stake and plunge it deep into your heart. If you die... Stop. I have a better idea. I'll find you an actual vampire, then you can cut me a break. And if you fail, you can kill me. I'll eat a whole bucket of garlic. Whatever you need. It's a deal, but don't try to cheat me, you bearded horror. His logic is insurmountable. I guess it would make sense to talk to the victims, Chain, Farmer's Son, and Fro. What is this? What did you give me? Your mouth is burning eaten garlic. Great, how do I get this out of my mouth? That's what she said. 30 seconds of this? Is garlic poison? What the hell is this? I'd rather not die from that. I need more sand. That was decidedly unpleasant. Of north and to the back. I'm pretty sure there's some sand over here. Like we don't have to go across the way to get some. Yeah, there is. Okay. I can smell pork chops. Rumi's making pork chops. I wonder if she made enough for two. Okay. Oops. Alright, 5 polished. I sure I need. Yeah. So got enough sand, we got enough oil, and now we're gonna have enough. Dates. Oh, mac and cheese too. Sweet. Oh, I was. What were we doing? Stone repair. We've got one of those. 4. And now we need 5 polished stone. About making that. Chisel. Should be there. Steel chisel. Chisel. Oh, hello. Come to Dolly. There. Have to make chisel or iron? Iron chisel. Let's for it first. Time to sleep. Okay, so once we sleep, we have to go downstairs and get pray. It's Sunday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Massive yum yums. Oh, nope. Put here. That. 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 Booze. Since we're gonna have to do this anyways, I'm just gonna do it now. Research table. Yo! Research obsidian. To use that for, so we're just gonna put it in the log. So much for that. Oh. Oh, I opened up so much more technology and I didn't mean to. Well, I guess that's what I get for you like to drink good alcohol, especially wine. Your hangover depends on the alcohol you drank. More overall alcohol you make has better quality. Water pump. Ooh, hello. Okay, so some things got new stuff. Like this got new stuff. Theology got some new stuff. Not a whole lot of new stuff, but stuff. Alright. Let's see. We're putting those up. Stuff. Obsidian is going back into the pot. There. It's the fifth. 5. Went too far. Okay, yep, nope, that's it. That's good for it. Alright, so we got 8. Put 10 blood in them, we can fill the pool. I don't know if they stay like that, or if they empty over time. 10 blood after it was built for +3 more blood/blood. Okay, so it seems to stay. So if we get 20 blood, we can just plug that in. 20. I don't think we do. I think we need more bodies. I'm gonna turn off the cam so I can excuse me. We have 6 blood. For sure. Well, let's send it. That stupid bishop should. Here. Let us pray this day for the Church of Cage. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate them very much. $21 now. Oh, got 20. Can't count. Paperwork back. Prayers back. That one's gone. Pick one of these. Go right back to some weird demonic shit. Let's see. Let's type this in so that I will remember. There are 2 special spots. Okay, so we need... I'm going to assume there's also 2 for the skeletons on the wall, because there's 2 for those. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 14. Get them all fixed, we'll have 14. Let's see. Blood pools, that'll be another 6. Have the 20. Okay. Check all the crops. Grown. Got some better sound. Realized I forgot to take some spaghetti into work the other day. Oh no! Did not have enough. Grab 4 of those pumpkin silver ones because we need them. Oh, did I put gold over there? Shit. Sure as hell did. Actually, let's not pick it. We need 2 for those, 4 for those, 4 for the other ones. Need just wooden beam. Use sleep to the last drop. Yeah, I don't have. Could try making a third window. Oh, that was a lot of that. Okay. Grab that. 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 And for the curtains, we need 4 of them, right? Yes, we need 4 to make. Help. Keep the ones to myself. I know what I forgot to pick up. Farm. That's why I forgot to pick it up, because I don't actually have any wheat. come on. Time. There. There. Rest on the ground, put stairs. Do I want to go ahead and waste and use all the energy on that? Probably yes. That's more. This off. Right now, we definitely don't need it. There we go. 4 from you. I have enough grapes. Let's go see the farmer. Miller. Eh, 69. Farmer's son. About the vampire. I have some questions for you, child. About the vampire, do you promise you won't laugh? My father, my uncle, all the neighbors, none of them believe me and just laugh. Promise I'll be serious. That night my father and Uncle Miller were drinking Uncle's wheat whiskey. I was home alone and some man came through the window. First I thought he was my drunk father. I've even called him out to him, Dad, but it was like he didn't hear me. Interesting. In a flash, I knew it wasn't Dad, and and I hid under my blanket. He just went away. Plus, don't laugh, everyone laughs at this part. Don't worry, at 15 years old, I've seen scared too. Thanks a lot, but I'm 22. What was the other part? Need to finish my chores. Data. It's not night. Daytime. The sun's out. Oh, we'll go back. Seeds off. Oh no, I did not buy those. Go drop them off. Church workbench. All right. So let's get the paint. Accelerator. Comes with me. Paint. Accelerator paint. Church workbench. That's not it. That's the research. Workbench is right here. It always take a hot minute to go back inside, so good. Read everything you asked for. I hope you still haven't eaten that apple. Look, no, like Father always said, never eat anything that's more profitable to sell. And he got extremely rich, you know, though he died of exhaustion. After that, I gave away all of my wealth to the poor and moved here. For you, dude. Alright, I'm not 100% sure what I was supposed to do with this, but I think it might... Housekeeper? Maybe? I'm hoping that's it, because that's where we're going. isn't it? Still not 100% sure what else. Rather honest with you, I don't know. Known NPCs. I don't think they're open all night. Our and Miss Chain is over here.
Be careful.
Chain, could you tell me a bit about the vampire? No, I couldn't. I wouldn't say another word until Roderick apologized for his disgusting behavior. Okay, I'll ask him. Roderick, Chain asked you to say sorry for your... Me? Say I'm sorry? I found my wife's lover in my own bedroom, and it's me who has to say sorry? Just picture it. He looked right at me and then jumped through the window. Now she's insisting that she was merely sleeping and this fellow was a common vampire. Maybe she could be right. Go to her and inform her that I demand an explanation. You guys aren't ready to side of the bar. I would love just to slap the hell out of you. Ask for an explanation. Bradrick demands an explanation. What, an explanation? Go ask him why he was returning home after midnight that day. Listen, I'm sorry about your family troubles, but do you have anything useful to tell me? I don't know anything. I was asleep. Farewell then, have a good day. Wait, the astrologer knows a thing or two about vampires. He says he was once attacked by vampires about 30 years ago. Ask that right this second. Build a well and a tent. Go visit the refuge. See what we can build for how hard is it to build a well in it. Nope, wrong direction. Yeah, follow the road. Follow the yellow dirt road. Not hard to make it. No clue how to make it. Oh. Well, let's get them some thirst. Let's get some water first. I'll get it for Miles. I'm lazy. I don't want to walk that. If I can, I'll pull out 10. 5 for me and 5 for them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can't use it. Nope. Alright. Okay, let's take that. I can try to explain it. Obviously, I'm no specialist, but I've read about such matters. There are certain deep mechanisms and parameters involved. Imagine it some tricky game. And if you understand it that way, we're halfway there. The rest is pure logic. How does the camp work? Most buildings in refugee camp increase camp quality. Refugees generate satisfaction from food and water. Satisfaction fills camp quality, which turns into refugee happiness. Refugee happiness needed for new buildings and new refugees. Well, that's simple. When you build something useful for our camp, you increase the camp quality. Well, how to explain this? Speaking scientifically, satisfaction converts camp quality into refugee happiness. Remember, refugees only produce satisfaction when they have enough food and water. In other words, the more satisfied refugees, the more satisfaction. Our refugees can look after themselves for the bare necessities. But this isn't enough to feel any satisfaction. They won't die of starvation, but it won't be enough to camp development. I got you, so how do you suppose I should feed them? For instance, you could regularly put some food and water in the storehouse. Please watch that the storehouse isn't empty. One refugee needs just 3 water and 30 energy a day. As you see, they aren't gluttonous at all. I'm not getting close enough, and then I accidentally hit. Well, guess we're going to be putting food up. wine, need a gold star wine. Need it for some reason other than Oluk wine. Both. Putting good wine up there for that. Okay, for the time being, we're gonna keep all this wine down here. There we go. That hasn't changed. Lists. Wasn't really sure what it was for, but now it looks like it's for refugee rations. I can't dig up the shackles just yet. We just really need to get the astrologer and ask him some questions, as well as finish out the ritual for Snake. Stuff for Snake. I'm gonna take a break though, and sort of pause it right here. Warning: do not use goat skulls and upside down stars for decoration. All right. So I'm going to take a break right here, and I think we're going to start asking Extortion Donkey for some stuff. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to run some commercials and get comfy, finish some more of my meal. Rada rada rada. So I'll be right back. See you guys when I get back. Alright, we're back. So, we are trying to figure out... Nope. Alright, so... Find out what Miss Charm knows about her father. Alright, we gotta talk to Miss Charm, but I can't talk to Miss Charm. Why? Oh, Gold Star love story. Crap. Nope, not that. Let's get in between. What we're gonna do in its place. You know, I forgot. I 100% forgot. But by the way, oh yes, dead bodies. We're going for the bodies. Bodies hit the floor because we need skulls. We need how many skulls? Skulls. We need 4 skulls and 20 blood. We're gonna put the skulls last, cause or we're gonna put the blood last, not the skulls. We're gonna put the blood last. Because I want to make sure that that stuff doesn't run out. So, we're going to put it down on the day that Stabbity Stabman goes up. Blop. So yes, the day that, so Centipede, Cineday is when that, so it adds a 0.8. So just crafting that one. Any work develops you, even the work of evil. You've accepted your dark side and it's enabling you to craft more effectively. Okay. About that. Still. Yep. That's not annoying in the slightest. Do I actually... Lords, that's annoying. Alright, paper gloop. You might be able to... So I can't change quality. Industriousness. Can't say that. Technology. Where is industriousness? Question. It's somewhere I haven't unlocked yet. Right, well, since this seems pretty easy to craft, see what comes of it. Okay, so she wants a gold star love story. Does it... make sure there's a such thing as a gold star love story. And it's not something I already have. Okay, I think I already have this. Is this... No, it's Peen's Day. No one cares about Peen's Day. Crap. Okay. I might already have this. Can't make those until next time. What I am going to do is try and expand cemetery. Okay, let me do. I need to put the gaps between. Gotta figure out why the game's doing. Well, it got a little worse. Okay, we're gonna go get the body real quick, and we'll worry about that in a second. Dear comrade, it is my assignment to inform you ECOP ODP in a plenary meeting What? Sorry. Eco what? Podp. The executive committee of the Party of Donkeys something. You are addressing its general secretary, by the way. Okay, that explains everything. So, the ECO has decided to give you one last chance to rehabilitate yourself in the eyes of light labor. Well, thanks. Our party has reached the phase of active preparation for revolutionary upheaval, and your role will be the key. If I refuse, then we'll burn down your home, graveyard, garden, and church. And worst of all, you'll be publicly reprimanded and placed in the party's blacklist. We're glad you've agreed to help. Now come closer and listen carefully. As you realize this is all top secret, we'll communicate via notes. Notes? And how are you going to write notes? Those who know less sleep better. And I wouldn't recommend smelling them. First, prepare and send our post office to cookbook for our friend, the Rat Chef. He loves cuisine, and the success of the revolution will be impossible without the rat's help. Second, send to our post office 5 red apples to raise the morale of the oppressed donkey community. We must... Wait, I have no way to send all this stuff discreetly? You said this is top secret, therefore it's your responsibility to create and install a special box of contraband. You will be stuffing all the contraband inside the box. Then, I, or other party members, will take them away under cover of night. But, don't worry, you'll manage it, I believe you. Good luck. Tails crossed. Five 50 ways to cook ratatouille with vegetables and cats. Cook cats. Lots happening. Give me your skull. And your blood. Put you in there. Actually, put you. Let's see. Visit. Plus. Oh, I need. Okay, I don't do this. It does itself. Got it. Use the power of shit. Screen for that. We use the power of gravity. I was gonna get there at some point. We use the power of gravity to do this. Okay, so go upstairs to grab. And we'll not. We might have most of these. Or well, we'll get some of them. So we got the skulls. Made 2 wooden beams. That's my wooden beam somewhere. I bet I put them downstairs. Down to the spoopy place. We'll do one of each. One on the wall, one. Those first. Just need a skull. Lighthouse. Run in with the vampire. You know, Roderick's wife mentioned that you once had an encounter with a vampire. Vampires? That was a long time ago, even before the Great Blast. Yes, it was the glade. In the glade to the right of the waterfall, my friend Keeper. We were having a picnic, as I recall, and then 4 guys with fangs suddenly showed up and assaulted the Keeper. Some strange magic protected him, and they all turned into vampire jaws. Amazing. Do you know anything else about vampires? Well, for instance, I've read the vampire alchemist has discovered 4 groups of blood. More interesting, vampires only drink group O. The other groups give them cavities in their fangs, ulcers, green eruptions on the skin, decades-long paralysis, and other nuisances. I think sometimes you just don't question things. Because when you do, you get weird answers. Show up until P. Have I talked to Becca yet? I don't think I've talked to Becca yet. So let's go talk to Becca. That idiot. Rose, see, her name's Rosa, but it's Rose here. What vampire who attacked you may I... He drank my blood! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but please, a bit less loud. Was it gripping and sinister? I practiced that line for hours. Yeah, you're best. So, could you tell me what happened? He lured me into the barn by intimidating the sounds of a pregnant cow, and he grabbed me and started drinking my blood. But almost right away, he just spat it out. It was like he was disgusted, and you know what? It was even a little insulting. My husband had been home. What happened after that? He said, "Be gone." Or he said, "Be again. Group B. It's just like you're all mocking me," and then he ran away. Thank you for your help. I hope your cows have lots of nice calves. Well, my childhood dream has come true. I'm a detective, just like Sherlock Holmes. So, let's apply the deductive method. Deductive? Doesn't matter. Roderick didn't recognize the cop, neither did Rose, and what's more, Farmer's son called out to him, but the individual didn't hear him. So he isn't a regular villager, and he has a hearing problems. I've got it. I need to talk to Master Alaric and the paperwork. Hearing problems, huh? Maybe that's why he let you all go. Something is sus. I can't remember what the red mushroom's for. It's something to do downstairs. Let's still up. Now we'll have to come. Apple's back. I can't remember if you can eat honey. I don't think you can eat honey raw. Master Ulrich, the nearby village is greatly alarmed by the thought of vampires. What did you say? Master Ulrich, I said the closest village. Village? Where? When? No, not pillage, the closest village they are concerned. Burned? But who did it, and why? Okay, the villagers are in rage over vampires. Age of Empires? Vampires! Ah yes, vampires, vampires, don't talk rubbish. I'd rather believe in the fluffy yellow rabbit that calls down the lightning. Vampires. Pah! Though you doubt vampires exist, but the villagers saw them, witnesses, victims. I don't merely doubt they exist, I'm absolutely sure of it. The joke is on you, my poor boy, isn't that obvious? Please don't bother me anymore over such nonsense, alright? I'm so confident, but he forgot to cover the green sore on his wrist. Astrologer said that that's a sign of a vampire on a bad diet. I'll stake out the tent at night and keep an eye on him. Highly sus. Pretty sure we just need a skull. Time to put. Let's. Oh. There we go. He's supposed to be communist donkey. He just extortion donkey. Let's see. Time to drop off some stuff. Materials there. That up one, it'll get 2 slots. That one. Still needs to go downstairs. You need to go get the rest of the apples and then go do sermon day. check the rest of... work on this. You need sermons. Sermons. I don't need to look. It's the middle of the day. That dumb, prideful bastard's out there. Alright. We pray this glorious day on this day of Cage. Glorious Sunday. We sit, we pray, we raise our heads to the... what was Rick? Nicholas Rickolas, the prophet god, Nicholas, as they bless us this day, and their sainted, their holy blessed Pope Nicholas. Whatever. Craft goes in there. Oh. Check. Sermon box. Doesn't have anything that I want to sell him. Out. Yep. Stuck. I don't even know how to make these to begin with. Second one. This way. Could just do these 2 by 2 and then a gap. 2 and then a gap. Wasn't this one? Oh, they need a gravestone. Desk 2. Okay, tombstone. Tombstone. Pre-polished. Go. Seems to be fake time, so it helps when you actively, actually, 100% put down the damn materials to actually make it. As for a story, nope. Just gives me that one. Gives me silver, and I already have silver. Is almost time. Almost time, and then I can try it. See if I've already written the gold stories and I don't know any better. Can't make any wheat. Hey. Sure. Eat out of here. It's 42. Not check all of the crops. Not 100% sure where to get it, but I was trying to take the long way, but let's not take the long way, let's take the shorter way. $125. Good job. Inside, and we need to do that of the slep. That still wears me out that they just walked to the house. Oh, no, before we go. I am on fire. Do I have anything to add fire? Nope. Oh, let's go get the story. Go see if that works. Wait. Dead horse. It's a love story. I hope it will get the audience into the right mood. What would I ever do without you? Seems like I'm irreplaceable. By the way, do you know the local farmer? Yes, I trade with him. Good, talk to him, man to man. I need his daughter, Elisa, to accompany me to the royal concert. She's so good and so beautiful, maybe some nobleman will appreciate her beauty. Even the king himself, perhaps. Poor girl is mute, but that can be a big advantage for her. What's the problem? That's not a big deal. I just need her father to formally grant her permission so she can travel to meet the town. He doesn't approve of her musical interests, but maybe you'll be able to convince him. About your father. Miss Charm, you seem so lonely. Do you have a family? My dear friend, you are so kind to me. It seems like you're the only one who talks to me like a... I feel so lonely, alone in a crowd of admirers. It's my curse. My mother died. I messed up my relationships with my relatives. All my life, I've been looking for a charming prince. I'm cursed. It's not a joke. My mother told me that her necklace would help me find love, and I sold it. I may know who your father is. My father is a dishonorable, deceitful man. He left my mom, and she never got over it. He did nothing good for me. I don't care who he is. Alright, talk to the farmer's daughter. Well, that ended that real quick. And yes, I had that stupid gold star thing the whole time. Just... Ooh, man, that sleepy stick hit me hard. Okay. I'm here to ask permission to let your daughters go to the town of Miss Charm. It's a great opportunity for her. I need her here. We have a lot of work to do on the farm. Besides that, I don't trust this actress. She already spent too much time helping out at the tavern. I don't like her. Hey. You want to help Elisa? Yes. I like when she plays. I want to help her, too. If you help my uncle fix the mill, then Father will be so happy I'll ask about Lisa, and I bet he'll let her go. Thanks. I'll talk to your uncle. This is how we fix the mill. Been wondering that. You know what the mill needs for repairs? You're welcome to give it a shot. I tried to fix it myself, but I only made things only worse. I have this manual for the thing, but it's in Latin. Oh man. And back home we blame IKEA. It says we need stone and steel parts. Okay, let's instructions. Where's the last page? There weren't any pictures on it. I thought it wasn't important. And the paper was so soft. I see. Geometry isn't really my strong suit. I think I'll need astrologer's help to figure that stuff out. He was just butt paper. No, he did. Tomorrow's Bull's Day. Let's go check our market. Another pallet if we wanted to. Like a good idea. We did sell 3 of them. Well, it seems a little bit like we only really need 4. I'll be honest, I do not remember why I needed that. This is the stone making. Okay. I need 100 to make it that far. Yeah, we might as well. Bodies. We need to go check on the bodies. Yep, that sleepy stick hit me real hard all of a sudden. I also need to... Ooh, that'll be a jump and a half. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Probably am. It's off. Send one of these down. Should send a shit ton of nails, honestly. What did I have in my backpack? Or on me? 2. Not need that. 4. Make a 4. We need... Those. Round. I appreciate the fact that they added the sound to that. Because it was either not loud enough, or it was, not there at all. It's not like I run out of my minerals now. I just run out of energy. So I can make the nails and drop those off. Need them. And we need that one. Let's check this crop real quick. There we lentils on there, so that going. Do the cemetery, dig the hole, and then do. Okay. Okay. Honestly, I could lay this out without actively making them, because as long as they're not buried, it costs us. Yeah, I either need... Let's see. Alright, so let's try this real quick. So we have 128. Right there. so it will not let us remove it. So we remove it. Move that. Go, almost, and done. That as fast as possible. No, but the right one. Not sure. Yeah, I can literally just plan it out and then make them as I go. Okay, so that is a 4x4, so it's not going to fit. I don't actively have to get them head on. Okay, well, the next few I have already set. No, I could just fill it with bodies and then shift aside things like upgrade as I go. Then that way I'm using more wood. May take us another couple weeks before we do that. Fried eggs, omelet. So I need fire for below. And jelly. Ring merchant, 5 gold star dinners. That's the point. That's what's. some sausage going on here. What do we need for that? Stone and... what was it? I don't remember. We'll drop off everything else and we'll figure it out from there. Oh. Autonauts. I'm not 100% sure what those are. Okay, I need 12 stone. Water well. Okay. Oh, I can't put that. They can fight over it. We'll figure it out. First. Okay. Go visit our tavern. Hopefully by that time the Hearthstone will have reset and we can jump back to the house and go check on our hops and our grapes. Wrong. Word. I wonder if I bring them... I wish I could make... Oh, that stand-up is so painful. 15 flyers and 10 of those. Tell me about my reputation and influence. Okay. Reputation bar fills with every drop of alcohol you sell. Completely filling the bar will give you a reputation star. Simple, we need reputation stars to hold events. Because it's fun. Events are the best way to entertain people and earn money. One good event can bring in a revenue a couple of weeks of events. Thing is, you can sell a lot of food and alcohol. Food needs to be suitable even for the event. You can sell inappropriate food too. You'll have to price it low and even then people won't buy much. Okay. Might want to start first one, Graveyard Feast, and go from that. Sweet. Stone out of that. There it is. that's not enough. Let's go drop this off. Also, I can check to see how much blood I need left. One specifically, but also another 10? It's 10? Nope. It is 12. We need 12 more. Okay. We had that, and we have that. It's coming to professional. It's fine. Wrong Ben. Almost to the camp, which also it's nighttime, so maybe that'll work. Oh, whoops. I didn't think it was going to activate. Incredible. It's like a classic horror movie. We should hurry to the village and stop him somehow. By the way, I wonder where he hides and where he's hid his sleeping coffin. You shall not pass, foul creature. Defend yourself. Hey, I'm talking to you. Have some respect. You'll have to speak louder. He's deaf. This world has gone crazy. Deaf vampires, garlic munching vampires. What's next? Stop, you monster, and fight me! There's no point, young man. Your wife's blood doesn't suit me, and as for you, you really don't seem tasty enough. You will die a long, torturous death for this insult, you bastard. Defend yourself! I admire your logic, not to mention your fervor, but if you don't leave me alone... He's not alone. We'll both stop you, vampire. Hey guys, there's no need to kill each other. Let's talk first. Keeper, this is not your business. I asked you not to bother me. Now face the consequences. Hey, I can't see. That's not fair. Even if you escape, I know where to find you. Sleep well. While you were unconscious, I borrowed a part of your hearing. What? Don't worry, as you can tell, your own hearing has already regenerated. But why did you suggest I might have to kill you? Because of everything, you're a monster. I know your secret, and... No monster, and I'm not so foolish as to kill the Graveyard Keep. That would ruin everything. I had planned to. Something rather naughty with you, I admit, but I have since changed my mind. You managed to track me. You're not capable... You're more capable than I imagined. And you might even be useful. I won't help a vampire. I'll leave you alone for a while. Calm your emotions. And shed your ridiculous... Time's up. Now listen to my words and make your choice. The ancient curse, it is returned, and I must stop it before it's too late. This is my duty, as written in the ancient contract. Should I fail, 1,000 bloodthirsty zombies will flood the town, the village, and even your graveyard. I mean, they're kind of everywhere anyways. But the problem is already too advanced. I can't deal with it all on my own. I need your help, Keeper. It's all rather unexpected, you think. See, you're welcome to ask any questions, but remember, you're already running short on time. What did you do to the shepherd? Absolutely nothing. A little bump on the head. It was completely harmless. I suppose it might even do him some good. Anyway, he's at home and his wife is looking after him. Been a vampire since you were born? No. Contaminated over 30 years ago. Some vampires kidnapped me, put me in a cage, tortured me, and did this to me. I hate my curse more than anything. There's no cure for it. Drink blood only to the most desperate situation to avoid a terrible death. Why did you attack the villagers? I didn't want to, but nearly dying of hunger. If I tried to attack anyone at the camp, Theodoro would easily find me out. Teddy Rowe. I remember a movie where the guy who drank rat blood, or he... I do not fear death, but I cannot leave this world without fulfilling my duty. The ancient curse. It was laid upon us 2 centuries ago, when disciples of the new faith destroyed the ancient bridge. Despite souls could no longer find the way to the land of the dead. They grew mad in despair, returned to their bodies, and began killing everyone. The walking dead flooded the world. Only the ancient god and the ancient contract saved humankind from annihilation. What is the ancient contract? It contains a list of dictates which stave off the ancient curse. I was agreed to be representative of a new old faith in the ancient god. My brothers and I, as signatories, were obligated to follow it faithfully and execute all its conditions. We did so for nearly 170 years, but as you can see, we failed eventually. You're even older than Moses. I always considered it strange that graveyard keepers weren't informed of all this stuff. In the end, you're the guarantors of the contract. Why did you return? Why did the ancient curse return? Because the structures of the ancient contract were violated too many times. You mean the Inquisition's cruelty, cult's brutality, the ships of the dead stuck in the harbor? Most importantly, we haven't had a graveyard keeper for the last 30 years. The predecessor was killed before you, the next chosen keeper were even born. There must always be a graveyard keeper. They are the guarantors of the contract. That's why I asked when we first met about the role you play. And how can we stop the ancient curse? The curse began to return after the Great Blast, and according to the information I have, the fourth keeper, your predecessor, has been killed in the Great Blast. So we must unmask the murderer of the fourth keeper. Only the person who triggered the curse can stop its spread. Well, it looks like I'll be playing Sherlock Holmes a bit more. So there's nobody else who can help with this curse. Nobody. The other signatories are bound by a seal of silence. Except for me and my brothers. It's useless to count on them. Wait, I want to know... Why won't your brothers help with the curse? This is not the time or place to discuss them. Perhaps day one. One day. But for now, know this. We can rely only on ourselves. Yeah. I know it's not an easy decision, but it's the right one. Let's see. For starters, take these scrolls. They'll help you save a lot of time traveling. Then we should... Master Alaric? What happened to you? Wait, I'll call the Marquise.
What?
No, never him. If he learns that I'm a vampire, he'll pierce my heart with a wooden stake with the greatest of pleasure. Blood, just a drop of blood. Hurry. Blood. I doubt corpse blood is tasty, but we're out of options. Could... Oh, okay, I mean... Oh, wait a minute. At the bottom. That's a bit better, but the taste is amazingly foul. What was it? Corpse blood? Or were you counting on me to ask some villager to volunteer his blood? Oh no, not again. Hello, diarrhea. You're right, thank you, in spite of it all. If you wish, I could bring you some regularly, so that you stop bothering the villager. Deal. Paying you for this service would be an honest thing, yeah? Okay, I have something for you right now. It's my old vampire sunscreen. Sun cream. You can show it to me. You can show it to me as an evidence of the vampire's demise. Then the villagers will stop worrying and you'll get your boot. Thank you. I ask why did you say Chattery would be glad to kill you? Because it's true. That is one of those burdens that cannot be shared. You passed out and never finished your thought. Ah, yes. You must find the vampires who captured and tortured me 30 years ago. I remember they asked me about the ancient contract and the ancient curse. I'm sure they're somehow connected to the curse and the Great Blast. Where should I start looking? Oh, do you have an address? I don't know. They sort of disappeared after the Great Blast. So the trail is cold. Astrologer told me that the fourth keeper were attacked by vampires. Some strange magic turned their attackers to vampire jaws. Maybe it's possible to find these jaws and disenchant them? I've heard of this place. Should inform Alaric. I know where we should start looking, but that event happened so long ago. Any clue must be long gone. That's not a great problem. Borrow the Witcher's Eye. Doro. It's a special artifact for discovering things which are shrouded in the veils of time. Are you coming with me? Still too weak from hunger and daylight is deadly to me. Tell you if I find anything. Well, this is some wild shit. I don't remember getting that for. I don't know. That seems a bit sus. Can they get their own stuff now? Their own water? Look at this. Took it from the corpse of the vampire. You did! Amazing! You have helped us enormously. Oh, thank you, thank you. And all our villagers are grateful to you, our hero. Vampires are over. What you have done here today will not be forgotten. Let's go to here. So, oh, my reward. Reward. Oh, sorry, I entirely forgot. I must warn you that the economic situation in our village is not the best. Erratic. My reward. Town's duties have increased and the harvest hasn't been good for us the past few years. Erratic. Radric. Here it is. It's a sad day when even heroes can't show compassion for the common villager. Uh-huh. Common ass. So maybe I won't have to get them water anymore, they can get it from the well themselves. It's got a tent, which I'm not sure how that works. Gotta go check the plant the vineyard before we take a nap. Okay, so vineyard. Nails. Now's the time for slep and save and calling it done for the night. Because as I said, I got hit with that sleepy stick, so sleepy. And ready to call it done for the day. We should be doing one tomorrow. If everything goes according to plan, we will have a spooky, scary skeleton one tomorrow with Steak, as he DMs a spooky one-shot. As long as everything goes according to plan, which it should. We shouldn't have a problem. Weird happen. So, I hope to see you guys tomorrow when we pop in for a very special D&D Friday. It will be late, so it'll be like 9 until I have to crash and burn, or the campaign ends, the one-shot ends. But I will hopefully see you all there tomorrow. As for right now, you all have a great night. Remember, fed, med, bed.